Salam everyone, it's Melanie from Haute Hijab, and today I'm talking to you about all the different fabrics that we carry and what the differences are between all of them. To get started, we're going to be talking about chiffon. So chiffon is really our signature fabric. It's what we started the company with, and it's one of my personal favorites. As you can see, this is my signature style. I wear this all spring, summer long with the little bow, and in the fall, winter, I tend to tuck it in, usually with a turtleneck or a collared shirt. We carry our chiffon in both squares and rectangles. So this is a square that I'm wearing, but we certainly carry our chiffon in rectangles as well. So here you'll see our rectangles are 72 inches long by 27 inches wide. Now our chiffon comes in prints, as you'll see here, as well as solids. This beautiful blush pink and so many other solids that you can find online. And I would say that chiffon is probably the most versatile of all the fabrics that we have, and it's great for every day. I love them because they're very lightweight and they're super breathable. As you can see, my hand there, it's very lightweight. Now don't worry, once this fabric is layered, then you don't have any issues with being able to see through it. You don't need to iron them, which is a huge plus because I hate ironing. You can throw them in the washing machine, throw them in the dryer, and when you take them out of the dryer, you either fold them or hang them on a rack, however you do it. That's why they're my everyday no fuss fabric. Stock up in the solids that look great on your skin tone and have fun with the prints as well. When it comes to the rectangles, I will say that because of the somewhat slippery nature of chiffon, you most likely will have to wear an undercap underneath to avoid any slipping. That's really the nature of chiffon, but you can see how beautiful the drape is, and it's just so elegant of a fabric. So that is our chiffon. The next material we're talking about is Georgette. The main difference between Georgette and chiffon is that Georgette has a texture to it that really helps with it being non-slip. So here you'll see I'm wearing a rectangle, which a lot of you know I hardly ever wear in chiffon, but I am able to work it seamlessly in Georgette without an underscarf. So essentially what's happening is the texture in that Georgette is creating friction against your hair and against itself where the fabric is doubled up. And that way it helps it from not slipping. So this isn't necessarily a 100% non-slip scarf, but it is much better at slippage than the chiffon. At this point in time, our Georgette only comes in solids, and we have a wide array of solids. I'm wearing the mink. This is latte. It's in the same size as our rectangle chiffon, so 72 by 27. And we have a whole bunch of other different colors that you can check out online anytime. When it comes to caring for your Georgette, it's identical to chiffon, so you can put it in the washing machine, put it in the dryer, and you don't need to iron them. They're amazing. So that is Georgette. Next is our ever popular jersey. Jersey is one of our most popular fabrics, if not the most sold fabric that we carry, and for good reason. Jersey is what I like to call sweatpants for your head. They're amazing because literally they are so versatile and casual and amazing to just throw on and go. So on those days when you don't have time to fuss with pins or matching your outfit or whatever it is, just throw on a jersey in a neutral that works across any skin tone and you'll be good to go. I throw these on days when I'm super casual, when I'm working out, or when somebody rings the doorbell and I need to hurry up and put something on my head real quick. It is an amazing fabric, and you should all stock up on jerseys in the colors of your choice. So our jersey is made of cotton and of course a little stretch. It is a medium weight stretch, and they come in solid colors in rectangles only. You can see the stretchiness of our jersey. It doesn't have too much stretch, but just enough so you can get that really beautiful drape, and also so that you don't need to wear any pins. Now if you are wearing these to work out, I would suggest you do wear a pin under your chin, because otherwise if the activity is super rigorous, it may slip back or not be as secure as it would be if you did have a pin in place. But if you're not working out, you really don't need any pins for these, which is so amazing and why I love them so much. Another great use for these is travel. I actually never board a plane without wearing a jersey because it's so comfortable. Again, I don't need any pins. I can take the bun out of my head once I'm sitting on the plane and just sit back and relax. They're amazing. Again, like sweatpants for your head, you really can't go wrong. I am wearing the dark olive color, and this is the bronze chestnut. We have them across all your favorite solids in neutrals and bright hues and jewel tones, as well as autumn tones for all you beautiful skin tones out there. If you're a beginner to hijab, I would definitely recommend the jersey. No fuss, very low maintenance, really easy to style. You can't go wrong. When it comes to caring for your jersey, you can put these in the washing machine just like our Georgette and our Chiffon, as well as the dryer. Now, when they come out of the dryer, what's gonna happen is they're gonna shrink up because this is a woven fabric. So that loose weave will shrink up in the wash, so you're gonna have to iron it out to get it back to its original shape. Now, our jersey is a higher quality jersey, and that means that it won't pill the second you wash it. They will last you longer than most jersey out there, and for that reason, they are really the most popular fabric that we sell. Next is our viscose. Viscose is a type of rayon. So this is a looser weave fabric. As you can see, the weave is not as tightly knit as our jersey, or of course as chiffon. So what does that mean? These materials are great when it comes to non-slip. So they're not slippery like chiffon, but you still do need pins in them. So they're not as non-slip as our jersey. Viscose is great if you're looking for that really beautiful woven hijab look. Very similar to scarves that you'd find at H&M or Forever 21. Now the difference is ours are actually made out of good quality, which means you can wash these over and over and over again and they won't pill and they won't start to get really ratty and very worn down. With those neck scarves, unfortunately, they're not made to be worn on your head and thus aren't made to be washed a lot. And when you do wash those, as you all know, they get staticky and they start to pill and they really become pretty embarrassing to wear out of the house. Ours are made of excellent quality that you can wash over and over and over again. They won't pill, and that's because they're made of 100% natural fibers. These are made out of rayon as opposed to synthetic fibers like those H&M and Forever 21 scarves. So to care for these, all you need to do is throw them in the washing machine. Be sure to pre-treat them with any spot treatment before you throw them in. Put them in the dryer, and then again, you will need to iron them. Now, one thing about these fabrics, and really any natural fabrics, whether it's cotton or linen or silks, is they do tend to wrinkle easily. So as soon as you take these off, make sure that you fold them up and put them away so that you don't have to iron them every time you wear them. Another thing that you do want to be careful with is the pins that you use in these, because they do have that looser weave. So definitely don't use those regular silver safety pins, as those can get snagged, and I've done it before where it's gotten stuck and I've made a hole inside of one of these, which is a huge bummer. So I would recommend that you use the plastic safety pins like these to prevent any damage to the scarf. Our viscose comes in rectangles across a range of solid colors, all the neutrals and earth tones and jewel tones, this beautiful rose, this taupe. Be sure to check out all the solid colors we have in our viscose. Next is our modal. Modal is very similar to our viscose in that it is another woven fabric made of rayon, so it is made out of a natural fabric, but the modal is a little bit heavier weight, which means the weave is just a little bit heavier than the viscose. It's a little bit harder to see, but the weave is a bit tighter, giving you a more of a heavier weight fabric. Now, the other difference with the modal is these are 12 inches wider than our viscose. So as you can see, you can really play around with styles because you have a lot more fabric to work with. So if you're looking for a scarf with extra coverage, then I would definitely recommend our modal. I also really recommend our modal for fall and winter because they are a little bit heavier weight and they're perfect for cooler temperatures. Now again, our modal does come in rectangles in beautiful solid colors. This is the camel and this is the evergreen, and we have so many more beautiful modals that you can shop anytime. Just like our viscose, these also come in rectangles along a beautiful array of colors. I'm wearing the camel. This is our evergreen. Now when it comes to caring for your modal, the same applies for viscose. You can of course throw them in the wash, in the dryer, but you will need to iron them. Just like viscose and jersey, this is a looser weave. So what'll happen is it'll shrink up in the wash, so you're gonna need to iron them out and they'll be as good as new. Just like our viscose, these are of the utmost quality. You can wash these over and over and over again and they will maintain the beautiful quality and finish They won't pill, they won't get that weird staticky feeling. They are absolutely beautiful. You will love the modals. And now for our final fabric, satin. Satin is what I usually recommend for formal occasions. Now, while you certainly can wear these every day, if you're the type of girl that likes to dress things up, they're just perfect for formal occasions. The shiny satin finish lends itself to that formal feeling, and they come in an array of colors across squares and rectangles. So our chiffon and our satin are the only materials we carry that come in squares and rectangles. I am wearing a square in mocha, and here I have a rectangle in light gold. So our rectangles are the normal size 72 by 27, and our squares are 40 by 40, just like our chiffon. Now again, with the rectangles, I do recommend an underscarf underneath because they are slippery. It is satin after all. But if you wear squares like me, then you don't need an underscarf underneath. As you can see, it stays in place with a pin underneath my chin without it slipping. Now when it comes to caring for our satin, it is again just like our chiffon. You can throw them in the washing machine and in the dryer, and be sure that you iron them on the non-shiny side. Otherwise, you can run the risk of burning it, so be sure to iron it on the matte side. One last point that I did want to make really quickly is when you are washing our hijabs, make sure that you are washing them only with other scarves. Don't throw pants or shirts or anything else into that load. You're only going to want to wash scarves, because what can happen, especially with the more delicate fabrics, is they can rub up against harsher fabrics like denim, buttons, zippers, etc. Alright, I hope that was helpful for you guys, and you now have a newfound understanding of all of our fabrics here at Haute Hijab. Hang out with me on Instagram, Snapchat, and on Facebook. Until next time, bye!